friends, my name is Carol and the name of my channel is My Blessed Nest. Now that Thanksgiving is over, I've started thinking about decorating for Christmas. If you'd like to see the start of my Christmas decor, then stick around and let's get started.
Today I'm participating in Santa's Travel Around the World collab, hosted by Yanni and Diane from Deco Easy. There's going to be a huge playlist of my friends making videos just for you to inspire you with Christmas-themed videos.
Today we're in my kitchen and this is the first time I get to decorate my new kitchen for Christmas. I've been enjoying decorating this little countertop to the left of my stove. So here's a little vignette I put together. I first of all anchored the back with this beautiful tray, and you can see I just have it on a little plate stand. And then this is my mom's, well, it's not my mom's anymore. She gave it to me, but it was my mom's milk glass cake stand. And it's pretty low, it's not real high, but it's perfect for a little vignette here in the kitchen. This little garland is vintage as far as I know. I found it in an antique shop a couple years ago. And then the little plaque in the back says Christmas Tree Farm, and I have that on another plate stand. And then I found this darling little angel while I was thrifting, and a little thrifted deer there is in the middle. Of course, probably everything here is thrifted. My mug I thrifted last year, and I actually forgot about it. I recently started a mug collection, but really I already had one, or maybe even two. So I love his face. I have Mrs. Claus. She's a little ornament from Japan. And then my friend from Melody's Many Miscellaneous gave me this little greenery. And I just have a bottle brush tree tucked in there as well. Now, here's a little tip for you when decorating. This doesn't fill up my mug, so I have a little plastic bag stuffed in the bottom to give a little more, well, to take up a little more space so that everything can kind of float on the top. And in the back, I have a couple bottle brush trees. So there's my first area I wanted to show you. Over on this side of the stove, I just wanted to show you that I implemented an idea from Debbie, one of my viewers. She goes by Larry Debbie, and guess what's inside? K-cups. So I thought that was really a cool idea. Thanks, Debbie. Next, we're moving over to my Peninsula, and I am strategically showing you only a couple areas because I don't have my shelves decorated yet, but that will be coming up in a future video. This tray was thrifted and I painted the bottom of it green, which I think goes great for Christmas and spring, but right now we're talking about Christmas. In the back there, I cut out part of a gift bag and framed it. Now, I love red pickup trucks, and I also love anything like an old looking red car or vehicle. And I don't know, but I'm guessing this is like a station wagon. And look at the tree on top. Isn't it precious? This candle was a gift from my husband, and it lights up. I'll show you what it looks like in the dark in a little bit here. I have a stack of uranium glass plates, and then I have these cute little mice. I have yet to find number 3 of these Homeco mice, but I do have these 2. Aren't they just darling? I love them so much. And then this was a gift from my friend Lorene, and it's like a little canister, I would say. And it has a red pickup truck on and Christmas trees. So I kind of went with the red pickup vehicle theme and threw in a couple mice. So I want to encourage you to just take items that you have around your home, put them together, just tweak them until you find something that looks cute. Also, I forgot to mention there I have some red beads. I'm not sure if those are vintage or not, but I did thrift those. And I just put them in not too perfect, and I think they look really cute and kind of just pull everything together. Let's move over to the other side of my peninsula where I have my bread box. I painted this And if you want to see inside, if you're nosy, it's not real, perfect, but we just throw our snacks in there. So that's what it's for. It's very useful. And I like to decorate the top of it. So you may remember I thrifted this sugar and creamer set up at Hartville Thrift, I think probably for 50 cents a piece. And then I love the look of peppermint candies for Christmas. And I just took a canning jar and filled it up with them. And I thought it really matched the trim on the sugar and creamer. And I also love how it looks with the green on my bread box. So doesn't it look cute? Simple and cute, that's what it's all about. I saved my favorite for last. Right here, I'll insert some pictures of a shelf that my husband made me. He made it all out of scraps and free wood. And I'm so excited to decorate it. Here's a little overview of it, and then I'll go through it and show you everything. I had him put pegs on the bottom so I could hang different things there. And I plan on decorating this shelf every season. Let's start up at the top. I love thermoses, and these are 3 of my tiny Christmassy looking thermoses. I also love these Homeco elves. I thrifted them, and all of the thermoses, of course, are thrifted. Up on the top shelf, I have a thrifted bingo card, and I forgot all about this cute little couple here that I thrifted probably last year sometime. So I was really happy to find those in my Christmas bin. Here's part of my new collection of Santa mugs, although I already had a couple and I forgot. And there's a bottle brush tree tucked in there and a candy cane. Here's my new little elf I got at Becky's Antique Obsession. Nope, I said it backwards. It's Becky's Obsession Antiques. And this was a little Christmas card that my mom gave me because I liked it. And I just thrifted this for around 25 cents at Canton Preservation Society. Here's the next shelf. In the back, there's a card from Dot Likes Red. My little elf I have sitting on my new estate sale find of candles. And then there's a little book that I thrifted the night before Christmas, a Santa mug, and I took some of the candles right out of that box there and put them in the mug. I thought that looked darling. And then here's my Holt Howard Winking Santa mug, and he's got a bottle brush tree. And there's some more candles I forgot I had thrifted. I found those in my bin. It's always so exciting for me to look at my bin and see what I found that I forgot about. And there's a little plastic deer that's vintage. Let's go down to the bottom shelf. If you saw my latest video, you would have seen these choir boys. I adore them. I thrifted them from the Majestic Turnaround, and that's where I have my booth. Guess what? This book is from my childhood. I love it. It says Santa's Surprise Book. Look at that awesome Santa. And then this was a gift. I don't believe it's old, but it's made to look kind of old. And this was so much fun decorating the pegs on the bottom. I thrifted the little booty, and the wreath in the middle was an antique store find, and I thrifted that little stocking. And then this is from Becky's. I just thrifted that. Well, it's an antique store, so I antiqued it. And then I have this one. I can't remember where I found that, and I don't know that it's vintage. I love all 3 of these bottle brush wreaths together. Now, I'm going to give you some tips for decorating a shelving unit like this. First of all, don't forget the top. That's a really great area, and you can draw the eye up, and it really gives it a little bit more interest. You could even put a sign up there, which I'll probably be doing for other seasons. Now, when I first put my items on the shelf, they just didn't look right because I didn't have any height. I just put my mugs there and I knew that they needed something to give them some height. So tuck something in your mugs when you're decorating with them if you need height. And then you want to vary the size of things. So I have this tall item here with the bottle brush tree, the candy cane, and the mug. And then I have the short little elf. But then I tuck the card in behind him. And flower frogs are awesome for that. There's my flower frog. And then I have a tall item here. Over here you see I tucked the bingo card behind it. Just gives more interest when you layer and add height. Same thing on the second shelf. I used a flower frog in the corner with the card, and then I tucked a little book behind, and then I liked putting this box of candles underneath the elf because he was really short without something, and he kind of looks like he's perched up there and meant to be there. And then again with the something in the mugs, and I purposely didn't put bottle brush trees in all three of the mugs because I thought that would be boring. So that's where the candles came into play. But use your imagination and use things that you have. You could put candy canes in them from the store, bottle brush trees, candles, you name it. Just let your imagination go wild. And then this was different. Even though the box is very similar, I have it displayed in a totally different way. And I liked that reindeer there. Now he wouldn't have looked as interesting without that box of candles behind him because he would have just faded right into the white paint of my shelf. And then on the last shelf, these choir boys aren't real tall, but then I made it more interesting on this shelf by putting the tall book there to take up a lot of the visual space. And I could have added something to this mug as well, but I thought, again, I want it to all be a little bit different, so I left one empty. And I thought this one had a lot of detail on it, so he didn't really need anything extra. And then for when you're decorating your pegs, it's fun to put some type of pattern. Like I have the two stockings on either side and the wreath in the middle, but then I also picked up on the wreaths by putting one of the little ones on each side. So it looks kind of balanced, but not too perfect. And also just a little tip for you. For these wreaths, I used a mint green yarn that kind of just fades into the background. Excuse my finger. But you can see it if you look close. But when you're looking from far away, you don't really see the yarn. And it was just a real easy way to be able to hang them instead of trying to hook them on the pegs because I didn't have enough room. I hope you got some tips today for decorating for Christmas. I love decorating so much and I enjoy sharing tips with others. So let me know in the comments below if you had a favorite item or if you had a favorite tip. I love interacting with you all in the comments. Now you're not done. Make sure you go over to the playlist and show some love to all of my friends. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll link that below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.